How's it going?
Hey there, y'all kept a girl waiting. Now, which one's the prince?
You guys are a special breed, man. I don't know how people replay games. I don't have it in me.
Hello,
I mean,
Your Highness. Congrats
I'm
on
trying
your
to think when the Royal Edition came out. It's probably been like 10,
Lady
10, 12 years, something like that.
You're in Hammerhead.
Apologies for taking so long.
You best save your apologies for Pawpaw.
It's been a hot minute.
Well, that makes you.
Cindy. Sid's grease monkey granddaughter.
Been a while then. Yeah, it's been years.
Roll her in while I'm still young.
There was a big gap between this one and 16 coming out because of 7, Crisis Core, Rebirth. Well, Rebirth came out after 16, but yeah, the remakes were sort of the gap filler.
Yeah.
Prince. Like they took your old man and kicked the dignity out of him.
What?
I'm debating by the end of this playthrough if I want to like download the VODs and upload them to my YouTube, so I don't have to like record separate videos for YouTube. But we'll see.
It's gonna take a while. Y'all get her in and run along.
Y'all heard him. Let's get moving.
Are you happy they remade them, or
Right
wish
this way.
they concentrated on making new ones? Like, I know that 7 is like really beloved, really beloved by a lot of people. So I'm fine with the remakes, and I did play the remakes, so I feel like I enjoyed them enough to be like, okay, I can see where it was worth the remakes. However, that also makes me feel like they're gonna start remaking all of them. I wouldn't mind if they remastered this one so you could play it at the higher resolution or but at better fidelity. I mean, maybe. We'll see. They won't even do Bloodborne, so I don't know. I know it's not the same company, but PlayStation. But if they were doing remakes, one that I would like to see them remake is 10. Final Fantasy X is a good one. That one's one of my favorites. I like 10 more than 7 in terms of the story.
Y'all ain't never been out this way before, have you? Go on, have a look around. This'll make sure y'all don't get lost.
Remakes have taken over everything. There are no new games anymore. Well, less. Between movies and games, everything is just getting remade. Because it's easy money between remakes and sequels. In a way. I feel like, at least with Final Fantasy VII, like it's remade completely from the ground up. It's not like it's just a remaster. And then the fact that they have to make it over several games. I mean, it's probably a lot of money. With Square Enix, I'm just glad that it didn't come out like Forspoken. If you haven't played that, I do have that game, but I gave up on it because there were points where you were playing the game, and anytime there was any kind of talking or conversation while you were in the open world running around, it would make you stop, listen to the whole conversation, and then you could move again. And that's and I got annoyed by it and stopped playing it. However, if it's something like The Last of Us, for example, where they just keep doing remaster after remaster, and it's literally just the same game, then I feel like that's a waste of time. Visit the local tipster to gather information.
Might as well make good use of the extra time.
He'll take his time.
Whoa! They got Ebony out here. Oh, Ignis is gonna flip. Wait, what's a gill?
Take a look at our wares.
Take a look at our wares. Earn gil by completing hunts or by selling trinkets you find. Broadsword. I mean, I basically already have that. I guess the only reason I would need a broadsword is if I was upgrading. If I remember correctly, you need the same weapons to upgrade.
I suggest we confer with Cindy.
Broken down and flat broke.
The Pauper
Adding
Prince.
insult to injury. Old man's in for both after charging.
Yeah,
us
but they
that
know it's
much.
already a beloved series, so it will make money making new games, stories, characters. It's a risk, but it's great to see. Yeah. I don't mind remakes to an extent. Like, if the game's like, for example, again, like just to say Final Fantasy VII, like the original Final Fantasy VII is like a game that was like on systems that were like generations ago, where really 3D graphics wasn't really big, anything, and that's like a complete thing. And I know that it's like, okay, they know the game will do well because everyone loves 7. And I think that's fine as long as they are making new games on the side. I think it's one thing if they use remakes to sort of buffer the gaps between them trying to design a new game, especially if a game's new where it's going to take them more time to create than it is to create something based off of a story that already exists. I don't know. It's just the way I see it. Like, I've taken business classes, so maybe my brain's just kind of like thinking it in a way that's kind of like this middle ground. Because as somebody who likes video games, and I understand like creating the stuff, if they can use the remakes to fund new projects, then I think that's fine. But if they're using remake money to fund remake games of other remake games, then I think then that's a problem. But if they're using the funds from remakes to fund new IPs, then I think that's fine. But also it's getting dark. Yeah, exactly. Depends on how they're using money. Yes. But let me turn on my lamp because it is getting dark. But yeah, how they use the money. It's. I think that's the big thing. Depends on where the workload is shared out to. If majority of the manpower is put on games they know will do well, is lower too. The odds. Wait. The output is put on games they will know do well compared to something new. The odds of it doing well is lower too. Yeah. I think, and this is just my thoughts, like it's my opinion. I don't work in development, so I can't speak on the best way to do it. But in my opinion, I think you should have small teams put towards the remakes because it's sort of a story that's already made. You're kind of taking scenes and then you're like developing them for the modern audience. So I think smaller teams should be working on that. And then a bigger team to work on new IPs. Because you want the new IPs to not take as long to develop. Because the longer it's in development, the more money they're going to spend on developing that IP, which is then in turn going to be more of a risk. But if they put like a small team on it, then it becomes now more money is going to have to go to resources for that team and it's gonna take a long time, dude. In development hell, we've seen it before in other games, like was it Skull and Bones, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Even this game right here was originally supposed to be, Final Fantasy versus 13. It was supposed to be like part of that universe with the Crystal Nobilis. And the whole game basically was scrapped and redone. And then we got this game, and it was a bit disappointing, in my opinion, because I had this expectation for this whole game, but due to the development and delays, that kind of thing just happens. If you're making a risk on a new game franchise, you might as well put the time, manpower, and effort on it. Give it the best shot possible. Yes. And, I mean, I know this is going to sound left field. Keep politics out of video games. And I think the games will do well. You rationing club. Goodbye. But yeah, give it the best shot possible. I think if they just focus on the game being fun in general, like instead of like pushing some kind of agenda, like just make it fun. Story is like always second, in my opinion. But if you got all your resources to everything, and then you have like a baseline story, and then as the final touches, develop the story to be a little bit more involved, I guess. But I don't know. Like I said, I've never done any developing stuff like that, and I imagine it probably works a lot different. Those are just my thoughts. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with the new generation of hurt feelings. I hope companies would have an idea and stick to it. Don't pivot just because you are worried. Do you mean like in terms of like trying to not cater, but trying to please all audiences? Like, I know, like, there's the saying, go woke, go broke. But honestly, like, I think they're too focused on the whole woke thing in general. Yeah, that's it. Like, I know people are like, oh, you can't have, like, hot female characters. But I'm like, make hot male characters too. Like, it's all even. Yeah, they are, and it's killing things. Yeah. Like, I think that it's like they're projecting reality into video games. And I think that sort of dismisses the whole point of video games. So I think that if they just put the like back to the original question with the resources, I think that if they just put money towards creating new IPs in a way where they're not going to be worried about trying to please, the politics stuff, like the audiences like that, and instead focus on actually making games for gamers, then in the long run, they're going to make more money because the people they're trying to please are not going to be buying their games. I saw the new game Split Fiction was getting heat because of its two females. How it's woke. The guy was saying that A Way Out is two guys. Two guys and a girl. Split Fiction is two girls. There is no wokeness towards it. It's actually designed an idea of his two daughters. Yeah. I don't see Split Fiction as woke. It's like, I'm trying to organize my thoughts. It's like, just because a game is two girls doesn't make it woke. It's the way that the story would go. Like if they were like doing dialogue in certain ways. When I mean woke, or you probably understand too, is that when they're like trying to force a message on you to cater towards sort of political sides or agendas. Like it can be in a game without forcing you to like completely just constantly have it on your mind 24/7. Like it doesn't have to be like that. So I think Split Fiction is totally fine. It's a great game. It's a co-op game. It's made like first and foremost just to be fun. Like that's its first goal. You could play that whole game, not pay attention to the story at all, and still have a good time.
Yeah, let's pay him a visit.
She ain't gonna be ready for a while.
Yeah. Like the game that was woke would be like Dragon Age the Veilguard.
Bit steep for a simple tune-up, don't you think?
Oh, now I get it. This must be what Pawpaw meant when he said he was gonna teach them boys a lesson. Told me he ought to have y'all take care of some ornery varmints that have been causing a ruckus around here. I'd be happy to pay y'all for your services if you're up to the challenge.
Yeah, like how they are
How
changing
about it?
sexuality, races, etc. of characters whom have
So
existed
much
for
for finding
decades.
an easy way
I'm
out.
all for a main character
Thanks a
being
lot,
any
Pawpaw.
sex, race, etc. But changing the existing ones seem forced. If you want that sort of character, create something new. Yeah. And it's the same deal with Harry Potter too. Like, where J.K. Rowling got a lot of hate, but she just suddenly started changing the sexual orientations of her characters out of nowhere, and it just became canon. Which is, I mean, it's her story, it's fine, but like, there's already like these set notions about a game. Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. And like that's the thing, like I'm fine with characters being gay, straight, lesbian. I don't care. It's when it has to force, it's trying to force me. It's like when, imagine having missionaries come into your house every day and knocking on your door and asking you want to hear the word of God every day, 24/7. Like it starts to feel like that, and that's where it starts to feel like woke, like they're trying to force that on you. But also when it comes to like characters in video games, I'm always just like, I just want to be badass, you know? I just want to be able to do cool shit and and look cool while doing it.